The brain is your body's ultimate control system. It has a lot of intricate parts that make possible the function of your body. So let's take a look at some of these parts. The brainstem is the central core of the brain, and it's responsible for automatic survival functions such as heartbeat and breathing. The thalamus is the brain's sensory switchboard. It directs messages to different parts of the brain. The cerebellum looks like a little brain attached to the rear of the brainstem. It processes sensory input and coordinates movement output and balance. The limbic system is associated with emotions like fear and aggression, and also with drive for things like food and sex. The amygdala are two lima bean-sized neural clusters that are part of the limbic system. The hypothalamus does a lot of different things. It directs the endocrine system, helps with several maintenance activities, and is linked to emotion and reward. The cerebral cortex covers the cerebral hemispheres. It is the body's ultimate control and information processing center. The sensory cortex is on the top of your brain. It processes body touch and movement sensations. The motor cortex controls voluntary movements, such as raising your arm to wave to a friend. The association areas are not involved in movement, but rather in higher mental functions, such as learning, remembering, thinking, and speaking. Broca's area controls language expression and the muscle movements involved in speech. Wernicke's area controls language reception, so understanding and comprehending language. The angular gyrus transforms visual representations into an auditory code. The corpus callosum is the large band of neurons connecting the two brain hemispheres and carrying messages between them. The frontal lobe is the portion of the cerebral cortex that's involved in speaking and muscle movements and making plans and judgments. The hippocampus is a neural center located in the limbic system that helps process explicit memories for storage. The medulla is the base of the brainstem. It controls heartbeat and breathing. If it gets destroyed, the consequences are fatal. The occipital lobes receive visual information from the opposite visual field, so the left hemisphere receives from the right eye, and the right hemisphere receives from the left eye. The parietal lobe is the portion of the cerebral cortex that receives some sensory input for touch and body position. The pituitary gland is the endocrine system's most influential gland. Under the influence of the hypothalamus, it regulates growth and controls other endocrine glands. The reticular formation is a nerve network in the brainstem that plays an important role in controlling arousal. The temporal lobe is the portion of the cerebral cortex that includes the auditory areas, each of which receive auditory information primarily from the opposite ear. The visual cortex is the part of the occipital lobes that processes visual information and enables sight. Thanks for learning!